We must have done something right. For the second week, we're back. Greg Rakestraw, Bob Lovell on 1070 The Fans YouTube channel. This week, getting you ready for all the best matchups in the regional round. And as seemingly we always do, we start at the Southport Fieldhouse. It's kind of the de facto Indianapolis or Marion County champion. And that might be decided in the second game of the morning. It is Lawrence Central that survived their gauntlet sectional at Lawrence North, knocked off the defending state champs in Warren Central, going up against a Ben Davis team that, oh yeah, were state champs 2 years ago. So welcome to Marion County, where you get to play back-to-back state champs in back-to-back rounds of the tournament. Give me your thoughts on that matchup.
Well, game one is Avon New Palestine, but as you pointed out, the fireworks started in that second game with Lawrence Central with the 15-point win over Warren Central. And Ben Davis, and we talked about last week, playing much better basketball, inside-out combination of DeJuan, our guy, and the Wendland kid who was with him on the championship team. It just, to me, Ben Davis is going to have to figure out a way to score and get more people involved than just those two against a team that's playing so well right now in Lawrence Central. The key is always, can you score enough points? Because this Lawrence Central team will lock you up defensively and put on a clinic on the offensive end if you let them.
We always wonder how you guard a guy like DeJuan Jones from Ben Davis. Lawrence Central, not overly deep, but the fellas they've got up front go 6'6", 6'6", and 6'8". They can throw some length at DeJuan Jones. And that's the second game scheduled for a noon tip-off at Southport Fieldhouse on Saturday morning. Sticking in 4A, let's get to a potential evening matchup up at Logansport, Carmel, and Zionsville. If they're able to get by Fort Wayne Northrop and Huntington North respectively, could meet for a second time this season. They were the season opener against each other. First things first, Bob, do you think that matchup happens on Saturday night?
I think it has a great chance to happen. I think both teams play very, very well. They're different in terms of how they play. Carmel's man-to-man, really tight defense, that pack line defense that takes away the middle. Isaiah Thompson, a tremendous player for Zionsville. They zone a lot. So I think you'll see contrasting styles, but two very, very talented teams. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they're in that championship game.
In 3A, kind of do the same thing. Do a bit of forecasting here. Again, Delta and Marion don't play each other unless they both win on Saturday morning. And Delta has already beaten two teams with 30-point scores. They have a chance to beat a third if they can do that in the Bill Green Arena at Marion on Saturday night. It could be undefeated Delta against Marion, led by Jalen Blackman.
You know, for a team that has started out so badly, I mean, think people miss this with Marion. They're healthy right now.
Right.
They are a scary basketball team when they're healthy. Football injuries and other things kept them to the point where it wasn't until mid to late January when they start to put the pieces together. It is a tremendous Delta team that's had an undefeated season, but playing Marion at home the way they're playing might be a difficult challenge for them.
In 2A, I think there's better depth at the regional round in 2A than in any of the other three classes. Pick your favorite site on Saturday for me.
Oh, Paoli. I love the Paoli site because of Linton, Stockton, and Paoli, Southwestern, and Tell City.
Yep.
But I'm also intrigued by Greenfield Central. Northeastern had a deep run last year. They play Monrovia, and Monrovia's played the best that they played in a while. The second game there, Shenandoah and Heritage Christian. Shenandoah's been number 2 in the polls. They are tremendous on the defensive end. Coached by Hall of Famer Dave McCullough. And they score enough. They're a young team. They start 3 sophomores. They may be ahead of schedule in terms of how good they are. I think those are 2 really good games.
If you want a ticket for Lapel and Paoli, leave now, because it's going to be that hard to get there. And prepare to bring some extra cash. You might be scalping tickets in between games to go watch. As far as the 1A round is concerned,
the shameless plug
all that you have to know is what is on this chest right here. That would be Lanesville making it to the regional round for the 5th time in school history, overcoming losses in the month of January to South Central and Christian Academy of Indiana. My Eagles take on West Washington in the morning game, but Bar Reeve would likely await in the evening game. And let's face it, Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian and Bar Reeve on the opposite sides of the bracket in 1A. Those schools are both heavy favorites to get past this weekend and probably all the way to Bankers Life.
Unless something really unforeseen happens, but it's a great story for your Eagles. But if they do play Bar Reeve, they're playing as good a 1A team as you've seen in that part of the state in a while.
I'll let you behind the curtain a little bit here. Mama Rakestraw was supposed to come visit the grandkids this weekend. Put that on hold. she's going to go to Lagodi and watch Lanesville in the regional. That's how we roll in the Rakestraw household. 16 great sites. You can go watch regional basketball this weekend. We hope that you do. Of course, hear Bob on Network Indiana's Indiana Sports Talk, previewing the games on Friday night, breaking them all down on Saturday night, and we'll join you back here with the semi-state preview next week.